Hmm. Alright. Awesome. Rogue trader. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade, protectorate, and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of von Valencius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without a countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path to the Von Valencia dynasty, currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high, and rise even higher as you cross paths with the terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronis expanse. Okay. Let's go. Half cover hit. Party momentum gain modifier. But there you go. Let's go for normal. Operative. So, let's make a custom character. Woohoo! I don't know. Super devoted. Oh, look at this guy. These are psychos. Soldier. This. Appearance. Okay. Change too much. Augmentations. Ooh. These are my change. Put this and this looks pretty cool. I like that.
Excellence matters.
We need to investigate.
Stay faithful, and you will be...
Purge this heresy!
This could be an opportunity.
This could be an opportunity.
Through chaos, I stride. Blood and mayhem.
Blood and mayhem shall...
Death and riches for me. Time for a round of space.
To arms!
Okay, see about that. Ooh, a death world. Dodge and armor. Strength, toughness, agility, intelligence, fellowship. Dodge, parry, characters, and skill test. Oh, reroll? Jeez. Any enemy dodge or parry against a void weapon has 20% chance to fail. Oh. So it's a give and take, huh? Fellowship. dodge reduction is equal to half their agility. Number of characters +1. Fell bonus divided by 2. Resolve. If there are 3 or more creatures in a 3 cell radius, you suffer a -2 penalty to resolve for no creatures found. Huh. Locomotive. Choose one. Agility. Agility bonus and B plus percent dodge. Huh. Athletics. Plus 10 intelligence. Agility. To gain more motive points. And to dodge. Damn. Oops. Jeez. Intelligence, toughness, fellowship. Against burning effect and flame weapons. Wearing heavy armor. Forward workers when one cannot fall prone. 10% what? Bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single attack. Successful critical hit from a single target attack increases the hit chance. Jeez. Based on intelligence. What? Instead of... That's pretty good. What the heck? Okay. This time bonus. God damn. Okay. Is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability, or affect that an ally with such an ability that resolves. Okay. I'm gonna take it up this. Look at that. Oh, this one's like all lunk. While a character has more than 50% wounds, all chances of creatures in 3 cells 10% to survive after surviving one wound. Anytime an ability to avoid one character can use intelligence to, if it is higher. Additionally, avoid can always upgrade intelligence even if the art card doesn't allow it. Chance against bleeding of targets. When the wounds of a Dead World character drop below, they gain 10% temporary bonus. Okay. Oh damn. Trusty weapons, axe hammers, and las weapons. Okay. Every injury increases the Death World. Huh. Every trauma counts as 3 injuries. Death World characters suffer minus TH bonus against fire, toxic, and bleeding effects. One of them stunned, blinded. Their effect is ignored. Huh. This one tastes pretty good to me, if you ask me. Coercion, commerce, based off intelligence. Then ability under 40% wounds, period plus then bonus to all characteristics, plus 2 resolve. Another character has the same archetype as this character. The first archetype ability used in each combat cost 1 AP less. That sounds pretty good. What the heck? First archetype ability. 10% chance, critical hit, and 2% armor against Xenos and demonic creatures. Gain half the bonus of Millennial Heresy. However, characters lower in it are always 0. Allies, including Xenos, in the current party, gain 5 to characteristics. Oh, damn. Okay. Fortress World. Never stop shooting. This is pretty good if you ask me. Okay. Each time a fortress character kills an enemy, they intensely never stop shooting. There's a stack of 15% chance that the first attack this round will cost 8 AP, not counted towards attack limit per turn. If the effect triggers, all stacks are lost. Never stop shooting. What does never stop shooting? Oh, okay. +7 ballistics, perception, willpower. Yeah, while out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, perception, willpower is decreased by 7. Jeez. Each round, fortress character will gain input against range attacks for each shot they made during this round. Burst attack grants additional 10% stacks and never stop shooting. Then in return, fortress characters gain stacks of never stop shooting equal to half the minimal damage. First reload in combat costs 0 AP. Reloading weapon grants an additional 10 stacks of never stop shooting. Never stop believing. When all stacks of never stop shooting should be lost, they become willpower divided by 2 stacks instead. Fortress character may upgrade their willpower characters even if their current archetype doesn't allow it. Okay. Forge. Agility. There's by intelligence. Toughness and intelligence. Int bonus. I just put like a lot of intelligence on this character then. Okay. How about that? Forge characters game. Let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. Gosh. Deals an additional perception bonus damage to enemies that are adjusted to command their allies. All the commanders now suffer no damage from allies attacks until the end of the turn. Can only use them for combat. Characters and modifiers. Perception. A lot of perception. A lot of Medica. Oh my goodness, so much. Killing an enemy adjacent to any ally grabs them and touch them movement. Okay, probably not that. Coercion. I need something with intelligence, right? Perception. Enemies that are just to devotees gain stacks disturbed. Willpower. Shield of Fate. Willpower. Gains the willpower. Damn. More enemy attack. It's all willpower stuff. Fellowship. Agility. Please tell me this is okay. Intelligence. Fellowship. Don't I have a negative fellowship though? Servant. Serve it. Let's do every turn. You kill it. Kill the target. You are next. Less than 30% maximum moves. No one can see you serve. What's more valid? That should be this. Damaging psycho powers carries what the task count. Normal attack limit per turn and gain all the benefits of those. Use damaging psychos twice per turn. Oh. I like quite a weak one. Intruding to thoughts of people and causing omens and visions. Chances are the sanction cycles will cause or have, while unsanctioned instead have increased chances and +1 to their psi rating. Fellowship, huh? creatures driven by more than 2 enemies provide disadvantage to attackers. Brace for impact. For 1 round, okay. Yeah, it's almost basically the best for impact. Can only be used once per combat. After Origin Advancement, Fellowship, Persuasion. Agility bonus. Illustrious Glory. Okay. Persuasion is always good. What's its toughness? Toughness. Ooh. Warrior. Extending heavy amounts of damage while drawing enemies' attention from less defended allies. Movement, melee, dodge, armor parry, taunts, soaking damage. Officer, willpower, and fellowship to boost combat. Abilities, extra turn, single target buffs, rescuing allies, momentum. Intelligence, perception, none can withstand. Single attacks, defense penetration, area debuffs, consistent firing position. Perception bonus. Agility. Let's see something. Because isn't my intelligence the one that raises my thing? For max intelligence. this, right? Wait. Villagers are dirty. Models the analytical systems, right? Okay. Hold on. Intelligence tone is minus 4. Fellowship. However, look at this. Look at this fellowship. Noble, okay. Persuasion, sure. Toughness. Officer still, yeah. What about this though? Let's go with that. Still a noble. Fist of family values. Let's go. Okay, this is pretty good. Officer, tournament, persuasion, over. Hello, sure. All persuasion incomers with some intelligence. With some willpower. Okay. I don't know this. It's all off of fellowship. Okay. Noble, Imperial World. You solve me. So these are all basics. Alright. Looks good to me. Let's go! What the?
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor sublimity.
Events influence characters you are speaking to, or even alter the course of being narrative. Precisely depends on dialogue choices you make. Got it. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's cater to this guy's things. Truly a awesome sight.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor.
Yeah.
To inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voitvir, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
My name is Duke Choberiba Ios Veneria de Val Calexis. You may call me Your Grace.
My deepest respects to you, Your Grace. A noble of the Imperium. It's been a long time since Providence last brought such eminent guests aboard this vessel. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Oh, okay. Oh,
There
is
is.
another one?
And you will meet him soon enough.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the Gold Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct. To put it plainly,
Master
I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others. I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention.
Okay.
Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have you brought me here? Oops.
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora.
Oh,
I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
okay. Oh.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
And there are special ways, they are marked with specific icons. Okay. Hold tab to highlight objects. apparitions. Secret mechanism. Who did this? Blood to the side.
Is there money to be made? Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Noble gas.
I always keep my options open.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
What's happening?
What the?
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
No. Kill him.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Faith on all kinds, fighting for your life. Okay. Start the battle. Damn, he missed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he just killed them all. All battles are turn-based, placed in the grid. Character can move, attack, really such a sub to move your character there. Okay. Use the points. It's more costly every diagonal uses to structure max of valor. Note that once character starts moving, this action can no longer be cancelled. Okay. Just use this stuff for me. So they already went. This guy's going next.
It's as good as done.
Okay.
Who if not me?
Okay.
I'll see to it personally. I won't stand for it.
What? I thought it was going to go next. There we go. Oh no, he's gonna get die. Oh no. Bro, really?
Let's make some opportunities.
Okay.
I won't compromise my principles. My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I'll make it happen.
Damn. Hit him. Yeah. You're gonna die. Oh my god. Oh, do something. Oh no.
I refuse. I won't compromise my principles. I'll see to it personally. I won't stand for it.
Get him, Krug. You got this. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a stop.
Death to the
Hit him.
heretics!
Oh, he did some damage finally.
I'll make it happen.
Boom. Oh.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Damn. Oh, damn. What the hell?
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Trying to blame me, bro? I swear it wasn't me.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Uh-oh.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. Always keep your eye on the price.
Where am I supposed to go?
Is there money to be made?
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Edelthrad, who appears to be 30 years old, is of a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone, and nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. What? In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valencia's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to be an emphasis difference understanding to her and Edelthrad. Behind the two of them, you can see two more men, one's a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. Okay. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters, balders containing all manners of weaponry.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Her gaze of herself.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
The spirits could well be the natives. The spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that is indeed the case, and if the population of Aeon 6 engages in Xena worship. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several cycles to do so, but it'll give us an answer. Why should I concern myself with making a decision? I've always had servants to hand on willing delegate matters, just as if you delegated me. These reports will sound like evidence of heresy. However, I put my interests first, no matter what means I would have to use. The riches of Ion 6 would be mine, but be purged for the good of the Imperium. I shall rule. I don't know. Reflect the knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogue automatically initiate, passive skill tests. If such tests succeed, new information will be revealed, or hidden dialogue will unlock. If your character is traveling with allies, the party members with the highest score in the applicable skill is selected for each given passive skill. Those goddamn aliens, what they are.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Yeah, get out of here.
So, why are you here? You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One of? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. Your noble descent is a sign that power lives in your very flesh and blood. You would never doubt your words or actions. Never show weakness. Never let an involuntary gesture or a careless word betray your fears or agitation. At least, if your upbringing was as thorough as mine was in my time. Many will grovel at your feet. Governors, commanders, highborn navigators, conceited lords. And you cannot allow them to sense weakness in the one who stands above them. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least. I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the Void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Is that so? Perhaps the Technomaths were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's bridge may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Gracious Lord Captain, sure there are ways I can prove myself a worthy heir.
You can start by not asking questions of this sort. I have no need for sycophants. I will draw my conclusions when an opportunity to prove yourself arises. As for when you will be granted that opportunity, only the God Emperor knows.
Okay.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
What? What's going on? What the? These goddamn heretics, bro. Oh, that's a lot of heretics.
I'll make an example out of you.
The Masters demand your death!
My initiative roll doesn't have to blah. Character at the very bottom goes first, and the one above and so on. Oh. Damn. Damn. 205? Jesus Christ. What?
Don't touch me!
What the?
One fewer target. Stay vigilant. Die!
Oh god damn.
Out of my way! Death to the weak!
Okay.
I bring ruin!
Oh. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Shield or shield was called. That causes the character automatically take movement. Attack from the side not protected by. Okay.
I am ready for whatever comes. It's as good as done.
You serve me.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. I won't compromise my principles.
Too far.
I refuse. I won't stand for it. I'll see to it personally. Your end was inevitable. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Death to non-believers! Chaos guides me!
No. Oh no. Abel.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I serve the ruinous powers!
These damn heretics. Oh
Funny
god
Imperium!
damn.
Reduced to dust! Death to the heretics! I took care of this one.
I refuse. Don't let your guard down. I won't compromise my principles.
Aha.
I won't stand for it. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
A tactically sound approach.
Very nice, guys. Very good. Those goddamn heretics over here.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Understood.
Let us not dawdle.
What the? What are they firing at?
I always keep my options open.
What's going on over here? Mort, what's going on? Oh man, this guy's a beast.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
The mutiny, kill them all! Mutiny against Emperor's anointed, execute them. Every last one of them.
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
What the? Betrayed me! The traitor!
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
What is the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, the Void Ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Von Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
I have no intention of helping you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the Warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
Never! The light flashes in dim light. Drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head spinning, and then quiet. Whispers speaking to flood your mind. More and more sources of voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a singular urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight the voice in your head. The voice in your head giggle and mock a whispered outcry. You feel this intruding influence, forcing you on your feet and make you step towards the gate in the center of the chamber. No! Don't do it! Ow! In the gateway, you see a coordinator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember light. Examine the device. Carefully inspect the design of the coordinator. What immediately catches your eye is a strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Okay. The servitor on the gate begins to move, with a screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward closer to you, its lower jaw is open with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and mysterious symbols on the green background. The vid screen to the right of where it lights up, showing a strange and A whisper. Ooh. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Volkvir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. The territory looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread and has metal hinges in place like the standard joints. It seems that the creator of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service of life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. Look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
In hopes of finding something that can be working with, your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is clearly empty and in perfect working condition. An area of broken panel and protruding piece of rebar in sight. Claws clap around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and pump stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. So long as passed, the door jar remained closed, and you begin to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like sag. Is it a sentinel? A cogitator? Is it a figment of your very mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Who is this?
Genetic code identified. Child of House von Valancius. Do you require assistance?
Ah. You hear a displeasing grunt in the room, as if the working has sensed something that is not to its liking. Yes, Sentinel. Traitors threaten my life. Pain shoots through your head and subsides very quickly. It seems that the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Sucker! Help me! Die, you heretics.
There is still another way!
One dialogues, unlike with past tests, which are made automatically. In this case, you can decide whether or not to select the context of which will depend on the results of the associated thing. Such ability affects how the dialogue goes. Depending on the context, you may change the course of the conversation, alter the character's attitude, or perform an action whose consequence will only become apparent later. Hover your cursor over the dialogue option that requires skill test, and you will see a tooltip detailing your chances of success. Nice! Right here.
I always have a backup plan.
Let it be known that by my will and the true words of this document, I appointed this person to be the bearer of your it's too fast. It is the warrant of trade. Oh.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warren Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel, designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
I need a weapon. I am utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
I need to contact someone.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay. Healing the status for current objective. Press J and click.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Must seal the warrant chamber.
Master! What? Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
How did you find me? Are you with the traitor Vopnir?
Master, with all due respect, what nonsense are you saying? Kunrad? A traitor?
Unquestionably.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Ooh. While fighting, your character can lose some of the wounds. Your character suffered an injury after being attacked by Kunrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. The exact percentage of the wounds must lose for this to happen. Percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you play. Injuries reduced to character's resolve. Okay. When a character initially suffers an injury, is considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, a fresh injury becomes an old injury. A fresh injury can be healed using a medkit without passing a skill test. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but require the character administering the treatment to pass a medikit skill test to succeed. Using medikit to restore wounds and heal injuries. Nope, when a character loses all of their wounds, they fall unconscious. Once combat is over, the wound of the party may be replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained remain. Those can be healed with medkits. Medkits can be used by characters who have field medic feature, base skill medica, or have taken medical skill advancement at least once. Whenever a character uses a medikit in battle, moves will be restored. You can heal your character's injury. Click Albert's portrait. Select the medkit from the battle. Use on the character. Albert needs to be standing right next to you. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got a sword. Lots of things.
I won't compromise my principles.
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let me help.
I won't forget this.
Let's patch you up.
I owe you
The
a
sooner
debt.
we start. Let me help.
I won't.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the war and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive. I am no helmsman, or God Emperor preserve me navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
Oh no.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent that message. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same? During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to all who are not involved in traversing the Empyrean, and for good reason. For the navigator to open their third eye and perceive the way, the sanctum must be bathed in the energies of the Immaterium. Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death. Lady Theodoras. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course. Absolutely. Let us proceed.
Let's go.